my fellow autistics. This next video, today's second topic is going to be about, drumroll please, Antivaxxers. Oh, where do I start? Okay, so anti-vaxxers are people, as for those of you who don't know, anti-vaxxers are people that don't believe in vaccinating their kids or don't vaccinate their kids because they believe their kids, the most common belief that I've heard of, there might be others, but the most common one, they believe their kids are going to get autism. That's what I have to say to that. Really? Their kids are going to get autism. For real. That's you get a vaccine, you kill one disease, and you get autism. Okay. There have been several papers debunking this theory. There have been several studies and experiments and just, oh my God. Okay. So the reason they started believing this, the reason this started to become such a popular theory and such a just widespread panic, the paper that claimed that autism could be spread through vaccines was published in 1998 by Andrew Wakefield, who used to be a doctor. You'll see why he's not in a minute. He published this paper talking about how he did a study and vaccines cause autism. Mercury used in the, it was something about, I think it was something about mercury. I'm not sure about that part. I don't know if mercury was part of it or if mercury was something separate. But, oh no, I think it was just dangerous. But the whole point being, it caused autism, or it causes autism, and like all this just BS. And so, people started looking into it and seeing if they could replicate his results, and they realized they can't. So, his theories were debunked. Looking further, kind of investigating into it, people started to realize that his methods were unethical. They weren't proven. Like he basically just put together a bunch of crap and published it. And so no, vaccines do not cause autism. And then people like Jenny McCarthy and celebrities like that kind of spread the idea, and so now it became this huge thing of like, there was a recent measles outbreak in a stronghold in North Carolina of anti-vaxxers. First case of measles ever. Well, not ever, but like in a long time. Because people are just dumb enough to not vaccinate their kids. I'm not going to be nice. I get it. They're terrified that their kids are going to get autism. But autism is not a disease. Autism is not this thing to be terrified of. Seriously. I get it, especially for those who have, children with high support needs. I get it. Of course I get it. I myself am medium support needs. My parents had to help me a lot growing up, and I still need some help in certain things that I do. And to really be independent, I would need a lot of training and a lot of, work. So I get it. The thought is terrifying that your kid may never be independent. And for some, that may not be a reality. For some, sure, I get it. As parents, people are terrified, and we worry about our kids, and we wrap them up in bubble wrap and saran wrap and all this crap. And I get it, sure. But you can't protect your kid from everything, and I've learned that the hard way. A little bit of my past. My mom tried to protect me forever. I didn't have ice cream until I was 14. And I got sick a lot as a kid. She tried to keep me safe, and inevitably I had so many throat infections when I was an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old. It stopped eventually, sure, as I got older, but that's the thing. Vaccines are there to provide immunity for people. And then another thing is herd immunity. So what that means is, for those who cannot get vaccinated, for those who have autoimmune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS, or for those who have like SCID, which is severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome, or those who are newborns, or fine, whatever. Like for everyone who just cannot get vaccinated for any reason, like they actually physically cannot, or they legitimately cannot get vaccinated. They count on the people who are vaccinated to protect them from these diseases, because there's less of a chance, if they're surrounded by people who are vaccinated and who don't have those diseases, there's less of a chance of them receiving that disease. So it's logical. My point being, you are not just harming yourself and your child by not vaccinating your kid. You are harming other people. Look, to all the terrified parents out there, I get it. It's terrifying that the idea that your kid can be just so disabled. I get it. But like, kids are going to get hurt, and they're going to be just dented and maybe even broken a little bit. But the great thing about medicine is we can heal. We can come back from a lot of things now. This is not the 1800s. And honestly, the people that are still thinking that autism is caused by vaccines, and the people that are still not vaccinating their kids, are kind of living in the 1800s. So please, protect everybody, including yourself. Get your kids vaccinated. Get vaccinated yourself. It's not the end of the world if your kid becomes autistic. And no, the reason people think that your kid will be autistic, or their kid will be autistic if they get vaccines, is because around the same time vaccines are starting to be given is when the first diagnosable signs of autism develop. So it's because at around, I believe it's like around 18 months to 2 years or so, is when the first real signs of diagnosis, or the real kind of diagnosable signs of ASD show up. And that's around the same time, I believe, that vaccines are given. So it's not that it causes autism, it's just purely coincidental. Causation does not mean correlation. So just breathe, people. Get vaccines. They're everywhere. You can go to a damn Walgreens and get a vaccine, or a CVS, or whatever. You can go to your doctor and do it. Breathe. Do it. We need to protect this world. All right. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.